From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
Dennis's Heating and Air Conditioning is Northern California's premier heating and air conditioning contractor. From residential housing, large commercial projects, installation to repair, sheet metal fabrication, and everything in between, we are your go-to heating and air conditioning specialist.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. I hope you're having a good start to your day. You know, this is the latest image coming in from Rowdy Kelly. He took this picture last night. And of course, this is in Crescent City with the iconic Battery Point there in the picture. And there you can see the comet. Now, here's the thing. If you're watching this going, what are you talking about? There's a comet out there? Well, you can check it out. Here's the thing. Look to the western sky about 30 to 45 minutes after sunset. Now, they're saying it can be seen with the naked eye. I went out last night. You have to really you can very faintly see it. It's better to be seen, you can see it better with your camera. Bottom line, that's kind of like the northern lights, for example. Now, the thing is, it's getting dimmer and higher above the horizon as we progress over the next several days. So it'll just get more and more difficult to see. So that's where your camera kind of comes into play. And speaking of your camera, if you take any images of the comet or just a beautiful sunset or sunrise picture, send it through the free Weather NorCal app on your iPhone and your Android. Just search for Weather NorCal in your app store and you can download that app for free today. All right, so here's a look at your weather headlines. The cooling trend, it starts today. And I'm telling you what, it's going to be a lot cooler over the next few days, after today in particular. Cooler with showers by the middle of the week, so Wednesday, Thursday. And boy, I'll tell you what, even those chances for showers not looking all that promising. Mountain snow as low as 5,000 feet and that elevated fire weather risk for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So here we are talking about cooler temperatures. Here we are talking about rain and even snow down to 5,000 feet and high fire danger. It's that time of the year. We're transitioning into winter and we're transitioning out of fire season. But we're still in the fire season, folks, and that's why we need to be aware of that. Take a look at your neighborhood forecast at a glance. Mid-80s for the valley, low to mid-80s. Now notice for the coast, I've got PM showers. That's mainly for Del Norte County. And then late tonight, early tomorrow morning, northern Siskiyou, northern Modoc County could also see some showers here. The bottom line is dry throughout the day today and still hazy for a lot of the areas that saw the haze yesterday, even through this afternoon. But eventually tonight, that south wind should scour out a lot of that haze and smoke. And I do expect to see less activity from the shoe fire tomorrow, simply because we do have that chance for showers out there, and that will most likely mean less smoke really across the board. But the winds, yeah, they're progressively getting stronger. Not so much today, but tomorrow you'll notice coming out of the northwest, over 20-25 miles per hour in the valley in particular. But look at this. By Thursday, they're really ramping up. We're talking 30, even close to 40 miles per hour. Gusty winds off to the east, and not as bad off to the north and west. But I mean, even for Trinity County, southern Humboldt County, looking at some gusty winds there as well. But it's not just the winds that we got to look at. Now, when you look at these humidity levels, you might be saying, well, Mike, what are you talking about high fire danger? It's not that dry. Well, actually, 20 to 25% is still considered dry. If you were to go anywhere else across the nation, they'd be talking about 20-25% humidity as being very dry. But the thing is, you know how we talk about that dry heat we have here in the summer with those single-digit humidity levels? That's excessively dry. But this is still considered dry for this afternoon. This is still considered dry even for tomorrow afternoon. It's getting a little bit higher. I mean, it's getting better for Redding, but still in that 25 to 30% range. And then Thursday, it actually drops again a little bit, somewhere in the mid to upper teens. That's dry. And again, that strong north wind. So the temperature is not a factor. But the high winds, the low humidity starting Thursday, that's going to be a factor. Now, the fire weather watch I was reporting this morning has been upgraded to a red flag warning by the National Weather Service for Thursday night through Saturday evening, gusty winds, low humidity. That's the main reason why we've got the red flag warning. The areas in orange with W basically mean winds. That's for Thursday, that's for Friday, that's for Saturday as well. All right, so here's the big picture. Big area of low pressure. You know, this is a standard storm system that we see this time of the year. It's cold. We're transitioning from, fall to winter. We're kind of getting closer to the winter season. So storms like these are going to become more common. Now, this is nothing excessive. It's just a nice big swirling area of low pressure. Here's the trough right here. Colder air pooling down. We've got these disturbances rotating around the area of low pressure, and that's what's going to be the source for the thunderstorms and showers that we could see tomorrow. And yeah, I mentioned thunderstorms. The Storm Prediction Center puts the areas in green here. Best chances for thunderstorms tomorrow. And then on Thursday, you can see that kind of extends northward into Siskiyou, Modoc, and pretty much all of Lassen and Plumas counties, and it does extend into northeastern Shasta County as well. That's for Thursday. Now, if you watched my morning forecast at 6 o'clock this morning, what I did, and I talk about this a lot, how the long-range forecast models, they're not agreeing. We're going to have to see if they come into alignment. Sometimes that can even happen in the short-range forecast models, and that's when things get really tricky because we can't forecast even 24 hours out with a lot of confidence. And I'll tell you why. So here's the HRRR forecast model. This is the latest forecast model data coming in. Now, if you watched this morning, we're going to compare what the latest forecast model data is saying here and what it was showing this morning. So let's take it to 6 p.m. this evening. There you can see a chance for some light showers. If you watched this morning, this was much more prominent and heading southward, even making its way into Humboldt County. Not the case anymore. Let's take you into the midnight hour. This was much more prominent. It was showing even thunderstorms. Same area, same line here. It was just a bigger line. It did extend all the way up in Oregon. Not so much anymore. It's backing off on the intensity. And it was showing showers here, so it's agreeing there. Now this is where things begin to differ. By noon, this same forecast model earlier this morning was showing scattered rain across the area. I mean, it was just a big swath of moisture. I mean, it wasn't like just one big dump of rain over us, but it was showing a lot more green on the map here than you're seeing right now. A lot more. And then we go into tomorrow afternoon, we're actually seeing clearing based on this particular forecast model. Now, here's what I will say about this. Right here is what the in-house forecast model that we have here at Weather NorCal, you're only going to see it here in Northern California. That forecast model, it's been indicating that it's going to be dry on Wednesday for the last couple of days. Now this model is starting to agree with that. So let's take a look at Futurecast, the in-house forecast models I was just telling you about. So here we are at 5 p.m. There's that rain. Same agreement here. Same agreement with what we just saw. Not very heavy, but a chance for showers late tonight, early tomorrow morning for central Siskiyou and the mountains just north of Redding. Maybe another chance for showers early tomorrow morning around places like Modoc County and Lassen County. And then that's gone. Now, as this model, even yesterday, was showing, it's going to continue with mainly dry conditions. Now, you did see a few showers and thunderstorms popping up on Futurecast. That could be the case. That's in line with the potential for thunderstorms in the higher elevations, right? But overall, not much. I mean, look at that. It's dry and clear for the valley on Wednesday. Now, let's take you into Thursday. This is kind of new. We're looking at this here. And been talking about those snow levels down to about 5,000 feet. You see the chance for thunderstorms all right here. That's where we saw that chance for thunderstorms in the Storm Prediction Center. But you'll notice it's not very widespread. Not a lot of them. Look at the valley. Not much going on. Look at the coast. Not much going on here. Here's 2 p.m. Scant chance for showers. Maybe some heavier rainfall down towards Plumas County. Otherwise, not much going on elsewhere. And we're seeing the blue. That's the snow. That's down to about 5,000 feet. But it's not going to be a lot of snow. We'll take a look at that forecast snow totals here in just a second. But there you can see, that's the system. So for Thursday, I think it's mainly going to be in the Southern Cascades, Northern Sierra. This area of low pressure is going to be an inside slider. And what I mean by that is, as this shifts down to the south, look what happens. You got these isobars tightly packed together right here. That's a classic setup for some strong north winds. That's what we'll see Thursday, Friday, and then it will actually weaken on Saturday as this pushes to the east, but still some gusty winds even on Saturday, and eventually shifting to our north on Sunday. Now you'll notice Sunday, so this upcoming Sunday, we've got this right here. This will probably weaken as it moves closer to us, but northern Del Norte County, northern Siskiyou County, northern Modoc County, as this pushes through, it'll just clip Northern California. So those places could see a shower on Sunday, maybe even Monday. Then this area of low pressure looks to dive down to the south. As it does, as this digs to the south, what happens in response to that is we see high pressure begin to amplify over us. Now, this doesn't mean a major heat wave. It just means most likely drier and slightly warmer conditions here, but nothing major. So we'll have to see what happens with this. If this moves closer to us, maybe better chances for rain for early next week. If this stays where it is, then we probably won't see much in the way of rain early next week. So this, and here's another thing, I call it a disservice, quite honestly, because when we're looking at the potential for scattered showers across the region, Cold and unstable air is unpredictable as far as exactly where the rain is going to fall. We can get a general idea of where most of the rain will be, where the smaller amounts of rainfall will be, but overall, for me to put any kind of numbers here is a disservice because it's deceiving. We just don't know for sure. I like this. The lighter shades of green, anywhere from say 1/100th to 1/10 of an inch of rainfall. This shade of green right here, 1/10 of an inch of rainfall to maybe upwards of 1/4. This darker shade of green, say 1/4 to 1/2 an inch, and the darker shades of green here, the blue that is, about 1/2 an inch to 3/4 of an inch of rainfall. And I think this is a pretty good accurate depiction of what we'll see here through Monday of next week. You get the idea. It's not a lot of rain, folks. This is not going to be a big rain producer. Now you can see the snow. Not a lot of snow either. Warners, there's the mountain, Mount Shasta. There's even Lassen Peak. We're seeing some of the snow there. So yeah, we're seeing snow, but it's light blue. Maybe upwards of 2-3 inches of snow for some of the highest elevations. And I mentioned 5,000 foot snow levels, but we're not going to see accumulating snow at that level. You're going to have to go above 6,000-7,000 feet before you start seeing that. Now, that's the colder air giving us the snow. It's also giving us some very cold temperatures. That's why there's a freeze watch for Thursday night through Friday morning for eastern Modoc, Lassen, and eastern Plumas counties. All right, so let's take a look at our forecast for today. Temperatures low to mid 80s in the valley, 70s for most of the higher elevations, although Weaverville about 81, low to mid 60s for the coast. This 7-day forecast is a prime example of why just looking at the 7-day forecast is not enough. To get the story behind the forecast, that's where it's important. Because when you look at this, you say, oh wow, there's showers coming from that? It's not going to be a big deal. Don't cancel any outdoor plans at this point on Wednesday or Thursday. In fact, slimmer chances on Thursday. And then it dries out, and we go back in that up and down trend here with those temperatures. The coast, same situation. Not a lot of rain for Wednesday, Thursday. That's also the case for inland and also for Trinity County. And then dry after that through the weekend into early next week, with the exception of extreme northern Delaware County, Sunday, Monday. That's what I was talking about earlier. All right, so there you can see the 5,000 feet. You look at that and go, what? I'm going to have to get my chains ready. No, because it's not going to be a lot of snow. You may see some flakes down to 5,000 feet, and that would be the extent of it. The accumulating snow will be above that, 6,000-7,000 feet, and that's where we're seeing a nice, snow-capped mountains. It'll be nice. It'll be beautiful. Now, as I mentioned, that system clipping Northern California Sunday, Monday, that's why I've got that chance in there for Northern Siskiyou, Northern Modoc, and of course, Northern Delaware County as well. And then, of course, for Susanville, you've got that chance for showers on Wednesday, Thursday, not a lot. Better chances for thunderstorms there. And then it dries out and begins to warm up a little bit here as we go into Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. That's your afternoon update. Be sure to check out the evening update at 6 p.m. I'll have the latest look at the forecast model data, and we'll probably be able to get a better handle on what kind of rain and where most of that rain will be on Wednesday as we look at the latest forecast model data. Until then, have a great rest of your afternoon.
Wiggly mouth.
Woggy mouth.
No.
Painting.
Wiggy mouth.
It's Woogie Moth Painting.
It's Wogamoth painting, and yes, we'll paint anything.